Hi, this is Paul Desmond. I'm here at the Gartner Data Center Conference in the Schneider Electric booth, and I've caught up with Steve Sams, who is Vice President, Global Site and Facility Services for IBM Global Technology Services. So
Hey,
thanks
Paul.
for being here with us.
Thank you.
All right. Well, first, of course, IBM has a partnership with Schneider Electric. Can you tell us a little bit about what that's all about?
Yeah, we've had a pretty deep relationship for about 5 years now. That relationship started by building something that we call a scalable modular data center. That's kind of a componentized data center that we've now installed in about 500 customers around the world. And Schneider is our primary technology partner in that solution.
All right, sounds good. Well, of course, here at the Gartner show, it's all about talking about trends. So what are some of the trends you're seeing in data centers today?
I mean, really what we're seeing is a real focus on a couple of really key things. Number one is customers are starting to realize that data center cost doesn't end once you've built this thing. Actually, that's just kind of the beginning. And in fact, in our analysis, typically for every dollar you spend to build a new data center, you're spending about $5 over the next 20 years to run and maintain that data center. So what we're really trying to encourage clients to do is really look at the total cost of ownership of the kind of data center infrastructures they're considering today. One of the key factors in that is really a move toward modularization. So why build today what you're going to need 20 years from now?
Right.
Why not design an environment that can really grow and change as your requirements change? And those requirements aren't just about size, they're also around technology, because as we've seen over the last 20 years, the technology we had 20 years ago does not look anything like the technology we have today.
Right.
So designing these environments to really be flexible for not just the growth demands, but also some pretty dramatic changes in technology that will occur over the next 20 years is pretty important.
All right. So how does your partnership with Schneider help get at that?
Well, one of the things we do is we really do collaborate on how can we really adjust for customer environments as these things change. So as an example, if technology gets more dense, there's ways to add more localized cooling systems, more localized power systems to be able to support that higher density technology that they may not have had 5 years ago.
Yep.
Basically in the same footprints, the same frames that we already have today.
Of course, one of the other trends we hear about all the time here at the Gartner event and elsewhere is cloud computing. So how does some of these modular architectures and other data center technologies help you get at that?
You know, I think it's very clear that cloud computing is one of the key computing platforms for the future. The challenge for most cloud environments is the unpredictability of it. You know, cloud by its nature says, I don't really know if the demand today is going to be the same as the demand tomorrow or the same as the demand 5 weeks from now. And so we really do think this modular approach plays even a more important role in this emerging cloud environment. Because in essence, now the unpredictability of the future is ratcheted up even a bigger level than it was before.
Okay. So yesterday at the event, you had a presentation on Watson in the data center. Can you tell us what that was all about?
Yeah, so for those that don't know it, IBM created an intelligent computing and analytics-based system that's called Watson. It was shown to the public earlier this year as part of the Jeopardy game, where Watson played against 2 prior Jeopardy champions and answered basically street lingo English language questions and ended up winning the challenge over a 3-day time period. The point here is that analytics are now at a stage where they can really be used to help customers make better decisions, automate tasks that they may have done before, and we're bringing that analytics capabilities into the data center. This year we've announced 20 new services focused on the data center itself that have 28 different analytical tools embedded in them, that have 30 different patents applied to those tools that really can help customers virtualize their server and storage environments more extensively, plan total lifecycle costing for a new data center, optimize their software and network environments, those kinds of things. So we really do think, you know, Watson to some extent is an image of what analytic capability can really come to, and we're really bringing that capability into the data center with real tools and services that we have today.
So is the whole idea of creating a more intelligent data center?
Yeah, and by the way, giving the client the trade-offs and figuring out how, what's best for them. In many cases, analytics have been previously used by CEOs and line of business executives to plan their business. What customers should I go after? What new products will deliver the most profitability? But the IT executives were a bit shoemaker's children. They provided the services to others, but didn't really have services they could use themselves. Like, how do I really plan for data centers effectively? When am I going to run out of capacity effectively? Should I be using, I have 79 different applications. Which of those are best suited towards cloud, which aren't? So we're really bringing these tools to help the IT executives have the same level of intelligence around their own business to drive efficiency, to align their strategies better with the business strategies, to improve their operations, the same way analytics have been applied to the core business itself.
Sounds like exciting stuff.
It is.
I'll let you get back to the conference now, but Steve, thanks for taking a couple of minutes with us.
Thanks very much, Paul.